Let the guy outside know.
Ready, I'm rolling.
All righty.
Okay, to call to order the meeting of the Engrossment Rules, Resolutions, and Credentials Committee meeting. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Vollmer, Alderwoman Howard, Alderman Ornowitz,
Here.
Alderwoman Green,
Present.
Chairwoman Tyus.
Present.
3 present, you have 4.
Thank you. Does everybody have a copy here of, do we have any excused aldermen?
I'm not
for today?
excusing any alder people.
Okay.
We're over with that, okay? You don't come, you're gonna get put off this committee, and
Okay,
it might be
no
just us.
excuse today. I'll entertain a motion for the approval of the minutes,
I'm sorry, the minutes, we don't have them.
or we don't have minutes. Okay, so we're gonna skip over that today. And then go straight into the board bills that we held from last week. And I wanna thank you two for being here today. I think what we wanted to do today is just make sure that we can all kind of get on the same page.
Oh, very much so.
The Rules Committee were doing things really the way that they should have been done in the past, and haven't been done. Because really we should not be passing out board bills that don't have all the attachments in place, that don't have the correct financial analysis in place, that don't have sustainability studies in place. And so, I think that there are a number of concerns that came out of last week because we had so many bills that were missing this or that.
Right.
That, we want to figure out what is that process that will work for, not overload you guys, but make sure that we're getting all the information that we need. So when these things are passed and when they're put up online, that they have all the appropriate documentation with them. I will, I think first ask for committee members if you have a preference on if we go one by one, or if we want to talk kind of higher level about some of our issues that we saw from last week, and then review and make sure that everything is correct. Do you have a preference?
So I'm gonna be the committee member, I'm gonna let Arnowitz speak first.
I don't have.
Okay.
So I would like to dress holistically.
Okay.
Just because then if there's something they didn't get, then we're meeting Friday.
Right.
This is the last time we're doing this. I want you guys to know we have more than put in our session, and so we've done what we're supposed to be. And other committees are going to have to do their work, and people are going to have to step up and make sure they have these things right. Over the summer, I'm going to be sending out a list of the things that we need and that we want, and after that, we're going to expect people to do it, and we're going to send it to the committee chairs too, okay, and the committee members to say, how do you pass something when it's missing the report? You didn't even take a casual glance, so we don't put this all on SLDC. It went through another set of eyes.
Well, and that'll be great, because as we prepare bills to be introduced in the fall, we can make sure that they
Right.
have everything in them.
Right, and then even the sponsor, if I'm the sponsor of my bill, I'm responsible for having my bill check all the checks and balances. So I think this will be good for all of
Okay.
us, so.
So higher level it is. Start with Alderman Arnowitz.
Anything that drives you crazy.
Anything that, yes, drives you crazy.
Yeah, when
Your
the
concerns.
bills are incomplete, don't have attachments and things like that, so we can't pass them out of our committee. And we, that's our job, but I mean, it would be helpful if SLDC and Chairman of HUD gets together, make sure everything's okay, because I got other things to be doing too than coming down here when I think it's uncalled for. I mean, people down in SLDC's been doing this long enough, pretty well know, everybody can get on the same page.
Right.
And I think a lot of times, I think the copy and paste really screws a lot of things up. So if we can just get one agenda, and it does make it easier. We got 31 bills here, so.
One thing, just talking in general, that Zach found that I don't know how to deal with exactly, but one thing you wanted to do, which I like, and that is if it's Exhibit F and it has 4 pages, it should be F-1.
Yes.
Apparently that's challenging to do in Word, because Word wants to, if you have a document, it wants to have page numbers through all the exhibits. So that does present a challenge for us, but not one that we can't work out.
So then make the exhibits separate or a subcategory, okay? Make it like I know you gotta at some point assemble it, but make the exhibit a different document. So then it will do exhibit 1F down in the page nation, what do you call it, pagination? I can't say the word.
Paginization.
There you go.
There you go.
Right, because when we're taking these things apart, or we're going through them, and we're going through each little page, and we go to your exhibit page first to kind of look.
Right.
Then we go to the back, and I'm sorry, I'm stepping over you.
No, you're fine.
Okay, we go to the back and,
We can't find it.
right, it's not there, or we read through and it says, incorporated by reference. And then if we take that apart and it's a big board bill, we don't know where everything goes back. And I've sat there while other things is going on, trying to put it back. So it's really kind of important to be able to engross, that we be able to have it, even if you have to put it into a little separate exhibit, okay?
Yeah, I don't know, because the Board of Aldermen wants everything in Word. And
But
so
you can still do
Yeah.
Word.
may,
So
Okay, you
there-
save it under exhibit,
There is a way to do that, sorry.
okay, go ahead.
It's challenging, and I have to actually sit at a computer to do it. But I've had that issue working on my dissertation, and it drives me crazy because sometimes the page numbers will reset. But there is a function that allows you to start over, or with start over with page numbers on a certain page.
Like if you're doing a bibliography or something
yes.
like that?
No.
And
I got it all done. It's very time consuming, and the page numbers, Word wants either letters or numbers. They don't want something special. So
oh, there's both a letter and a number.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what I'm saying, say this is Board Bill 61 we're working on.
Right.
It's got exhibit A and exhibit B. So
Right.
could you save the Board Bill under Board Bill 61, and then save the exhibit Board Bill 61 Exhibit A, and then exhibit B Board Bill 61B, so that, and then when you make copies, you can bring it together?
correct. It's just on the future when we send it to the clerk, it'll be like instead of one file, it'll be like 6 or 7 files. So we just need to be aware of that.
Okay, but, and I thought that there was something in there for subcategories like that, and I need to look at it. And
Well,
that's good that we're speaking to you, because
Right.
maybe we don't understand what you're doing also, okay?
Right. Well, I got at least fooled right now. So you take a look at it and tell me what you think. Okay.
Okay, all right,
All right.
okay.
Roman Tice, is there other
Yes.
things?
So, when you incorporate by reference, that's really important that again, that be in there, because, or blank pages is another thing that gets me
Okay.
crazy. If it's blank page, then I need something that says blank, intentionally left blank or
Yeah,
something like
right,
that.
right.
Okay, if you're, you don't do this, but we had something from the comptroller's office in which it was blank, and they said, well, we're gonna do bonds, and we always just left it blank, and we made them give us at least a sketch and outline of what was, it's going to be. In the future, I'm gonna ask them to give us an estimate, and say, this is not the final numbers, but kind of an estimate of what you think it's gonna be. Those blank pages really bother me as a lawyer. That's not something that I would like to put my name on, okay?
Well, I think whenever we do it, we say it's intentionally blank.
Okay.
Well, there shouldn't be a totally blank page, because if a page is 3/4 blank, we usually put the rest of this page is intentionally blank, you know.
Okay, and this is a question.
And that's what we normally do, but if for some reason we've missed it, good, we need to know that.
Right. So this is a question for the clerk and you. So once we engross, and that's the white copies, when we engross, it's after perfection. So at the Board of Aldermen, we introduce a board bill, we send it to committee, we do a second reading, we do a perfection, we send it back here. We're supposed to make sure everything is all right. We send it back out there, actually, before, and then we do a third reading. It really should come back here. I've been signing it. I'm not gonna sign it after this time. We're gonna bring it back here. We're gonna add another week, because it's too much. It's too much for the clerks. It's too much if things don't come out of here. It's just too much. So we're gonna put another step in there, which it should have been anyway.
No,
which-
I'm not following you.
Okay, so once we do engrossment,
Right,
it goes back out for third reading.
right.
But we're doing third reading and final passage. That means I then have the green copy, which is the final copy, that I'm having to, I'm personally doing this, which I'm not gonna do anymore. I'm making sure that the green copy and the one that we engrossed are the same.
Ah,
And the
okay.
green copy is for enrollment, and that is when you give it, I sign it, the clerk signs it, the president of the board, and we send it over to the mayor.
Mhm.
But I'm missing the Board of Aldermen trying to do this while we're having a meeting, because it really should be coming back to committee. So when we come back in July, we're going to send it back to committee. So we're gonna separate
After the third reading.
after the third
Okay.
reading, and we won't do final passage until we make sure the green and white copy are the same.
Does that mean then it goes back to the Board of Aldermen again?
Yes, because
So
right now,
there'll
I'm
be a
finding,
fourth reading then?
yes, it doesn't prevent us, it just says it has to be the minimum of 3 readings.
Yeah, okay,
Right.
okay.
And my question is, who, makes the, file for the green copy, for the enrollment? Is that
Yes.
us or SLDC?
As far as what?
For when, after we've perfected it and we've engrossed it, then where do we get the file for the green copy? Because I found that the green copies have mistakes and missing things still.
It's something that we print out.
Okay, so what I'm thinking that when we enroll, when we engross rather, then that should be all fixed. And if we give it a week, then you should be able to go back in there and make sure that everything is the way we engross. Because right now I'm saying that you don't have enough time, because we bring it out in engrossment and then we third read it in final passage. So you haven't got time to clean up your files if we find problems. Is that what's going on?
It could be.
Okay.
It could be.
Because I know, I've been, last week I turned a lot of things back to the clerk that still didn't have things attached. And I think we're trying to pass legislation too fast, which we're into speed instead of accuracy. And so this committee is that we have accurate board bills. So would that be a problem for you if we're adding another week?
Oh, well, it often is, but I mean, if that's what's gonna happen, we'll just work around it, you know?
Okay,
I guess I don't understand when a bill is up for third reading after you've engrossed it. How could it change that what's approved at
because
third
they don't have
reading?
time, okay, like we gotta have a Friday morning meeting. Because we are not gonna get all these bills done. And we don't really have to do that. So they don't have time, whatever we do on Fridays, they don't have time to get into the computer, change all
I'm
this stuff.
following you, okay,
Okay,
okay.
and so they're print up on the green copy, but they may be using the file that has not been corrected.
Sure, okay, I'm following it.
Get
Yeah,
me now?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so they need another week to be able, really, they may ask for, we found out that at some places that they do legislation, before a board bill even goes to the floor, it comes to rules to go through to make sure everything is attached and things. So it's, we're asking too much of the staff and of the committee.
Yeah, the only problem that occurs is like now, when we're trying to get things out before the summer break or something.
Well,
Trying to, build in another week, but I mean, we'll just build in another week,
well, here's the thing, committees can hold stuff for 30 days anyway, okay? We just haven't been, okay?
Yeah.
We've been trying to do everything we can, but we cannot, so physically impossible, we can't do it if we can't do it. If they're not right, and we held so many back, and so we can't do that, okay? And our staff cannot do it.
Sure.
And have time to do it, so that's the problem. So I would say people need to get their board bills in earlier.
Well, we didn't need to get it right in the first place.
And the HUD's committee or whatever other committee that's reviewing it need to make sure that instead of them just saying, that they actually look at the board bills, because these things, you got a list of exhibits, the HUD's committee, and the sponsor need to look at their own board bill. You got to claim responsibility for your own board bill. So those are the things that I will be saying in my letter. Yes, SLDC has a responsibility, but so does the sponsor of a bill, and so does the committee that it goes to before it comes here. We get every board bill, and we're supposed to have it twice. So that's a lot of work, and we have been very committed, because we've had board bills that gone out that were signed by the wrong people, have challenges, okay? Don't have things attached, and we found this just from what we've seen. We don't think it's just been a one-time occurrence. We think it's been going on for a long time, because at some point between the 80s and early 90s, they stopped doing what we're now doing again. But our rules, and even the charter talks about engrossment, and we're supposed to be doing this. And in case people don't know, I'm really a rules person. So that's why. So if it's something that needs to be passed fast, I would suggest that the sponsor come over there and the sponsor go over their board bill and make sure everything, and we will send out a list. I would suggest if it's a HUD's bill, that the people in HUD's, since it's 10 people on HUD's, you see us, we only got 2 more, we got 5 members now. Mr. Oldenburg is no longer on our committee. So if they got 10 people, somebody ought to be able to read a board bill. That fair?
Sure, no, that's fine, that's fine.
Okay. Do you mind if we bring in anybody that came here? Because these gentlemen came if they might be able to help us.
That is fine.
Mr. Sweeney used to be our clerk. Do you have?
I almost the attorney as well. Oh,
Yes, but from the clerk's perspective, okay, yes, we already know you are an attorney. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in here, so we are very blessed. Do you have anything that you?
Well, fortunately, we're not outnumbered. It's an even match, 4 to 4.
You know, I always
5 to
tell my
4.
husband when he makes those attorney jokes, when I get you before the judge, I'm gonna say, Judge, do you wanna hear the attorney jokes that my husband's make? Right before he gives you that big fine on your ticket, okay? Do you have anything that might be
everybody
a
gets an
concern?
attorney until they need one.
Exactly. Do you have anything that, you know, you listen to our conversation that maybe could help us? Or concerns about if we, because we are gonna have to add another week, we can't.
Yeah, I have a lot of concerns about that.
Okay.
For my clients and just timing. I mean, I'll be blunt, since you asked, thank you for asking.
Do you wanna move up to the?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yes.
I
If you
just-
gentlemen are gonna have something to say, do you mind if they sit
No,
here?
You're welcome to.
I just have concerns about that. I'll have to look through the charter, because I appreciate being a rule follower and stuff, but I think that's gonna be problematic.
I don't, because I don't think we
Well-
want to have as much held, I'm just saying, because we're going to get it right. Once people know that, oh, we need this done, we can get it right, okay, in the first place. Do you gentlemen, if you want to sit here, say your names, please, for the camera. Mr. Sweeney, will you say your name?
David Sweeney. Attorney at Lewis
Wave
Friday.
to the camera.
Big brother.
This is
Rob-
kind of like a round table.
Now, Rob Preston from Spencer Fane, I would just echo his sentiments. I think ultimately it's a good long-term goal, but in the short term, plans have been made based upon the current schedule. Kind of let the current batch of bills go through at the.
Oh, I think you're saying you're gonna let the current batch
Yeah.
go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think we're looking at.
We're saying
when
in
we
the
come
fall
back
we're
in the
talking
fall.
about.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah,
Right,
God, I was thinking this was going to be a.
yeah.
no,
No,
if I was going to do it, I would have started as soon as in April. It was too much, so we are taking incremental steps to get it back to where it's supposed to be. Alderman Kennedy, his father was an alderman. He's our clerk now, not our alderman anymore, but he speaks to when his father, that's the way they did it. It's, if you go into our rules, it's really what should have happened in the first place. And it's not, you know, we didn't have as many board bills back in the 80s. As automation has made it even harder, not better, because more people introduce things, but we're not taking account the people that need to be able to do it, and the time frame. So if we don't have something that's correct, we purposely set Tuesdays so that if there was a problem, we could have a Friday to get it right, okay? So, and that's an extraordinary step that we really don't have to do, okay? But we did set it, but what we found in setting it is that if we don't change it to Friday, that they don't have time to correct whatever it needs to be corrected in the computer. And that's why I was asking her who actually prints up the green copy, which is our final copy that we sent over to the mayor for signatures, okay? So, I don't know if, the clerk's not here, if the clerk's rule is that we have to print up the final one, but maybe if we sent the corrections over to you, you might be able to get them, I don't know, you know, that's what I'm trying to find out.
We'd be happy to do it, but I don't know if it goes along with, you know, what
The
you all need to
actual
do.
clerk is, right,
Yeah.
right, so, but he has expressed, concern about the many bills that we have and that we're not able to address them all, okay? And if there's any kind of problem at all with them, then we got this backlog, okay? Now, people probably don't care and say we don't care if things are attached, we do, okay? But no, we're not gonna start this until after we come back in September. And it will be a letter sent out to, all the aldermen, to, SLDC, to all our staff. And then I'm thinking that if you give us your name, address, we'll send it out to you too. We're not trying to, keep it a secret. In fact, I think that we send out an agenda to a lot of people, so maybe we might have it sent out to all the people with the agenda, and I think that would pretty much get most of the people that need to know. You think that is a good idea?
I do, I agree with you. That's who cares.
Right.
I mean, that's who follows it. Or I would simply put it on your website.
Right.
And for everybody.
Right.
And I think the letter will solve a lot of the ills and maybe obviate the need for another reading. Hopefully, with a renewed emphasis on, you know, everyone on the team getting it right the first time, that, you know, there won't be a need for a blanket rule.
I hear you, but that won't happen. We really do need it. We need it for the clerks and for the thing. I hear what you're saying, and I know people hate change. We need it. We just need it obviously much more as we've seen what happened, but there really does need to be a separation.
So I thought I had heard that if there was mistakes, we would come back, but now I'm hearing it's gonna be an extra reading no matter what for every bill. I
Because
just wanna make sure for a point of clarity.
it most likely probably is because they're overworked. It's other
Okay.
stuff that they need to do. They can't get done. We're trying to clean things up,
Did vote.
okay?
Great year.
If we can get it done faster, that will be fine. But if we can't, then I'm not gonna first of all, you're gonna lose your committee members. We're not gonna have committee members because they're not gonna come 2 and 3 and 4 times. I don't have another job. I can come here. Other people have jobs and things that they do. They like to call the Board of Aldermen part-time. It is not, really. Also, our staff has other things that they have to do, so.
Yeah, I was just trying to get
Yeah,
clear, like you said,
I'm
the letter.
not
the
saying
rules,
100%.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but most likely, unless we can clear up some other things that need to be done, we're just giving you one part of the problem that we're having. It's other parts too, okay? And we need to slow it down, and 1 week is not gonna kill people. I know they don't like that, but first of all, get your board bills in early. They're in committee if you want them done real fast. Have the HUD's committee, because that's mostly, I guess, we're addressing the HUD's committee. Have them get their bills right back out. We have the meeting on Tuesday, so when they perfect it, we have it on Tuesday on purpose, so it will be done. If they're right, we go out there. Yes, there'll be another week, but it won't be any more than if the HUD's committee had kept it for 30 days, or if we keep it for 30 days.
So is it is it voted on again? Is there a fourth vote?
It would be a third reading, and this is just something, it wouldn't be a vote on the third reading. It would be, final passage would be the vote. It would still
After
be-
your fourth time checking it, on the fourth week, there'd be a final vote, or on the
Okay.
third week?
We don't really check it, that's the problem, okay? So we introduce it.
I understand the process. Well, I don't enter it at the end. So on the third week, after perfection, there's a vote typically, and we sign. So will you do the vote then, or will you do it after you come back for the second time before your committee to look at it again? Then will the final vote happen at the board?
So after perfection, we do what's called enrollment. That's what we are now.
Understood.
Okay, when it goes back out, we are doing a triple process. I mean, a double, because we're doing third reading, final passage, and then we're having to sign it. That means instead of being a member of the Board of Aldermen, I'm sitting at my desk with a stack of things comparing the two. That's not my job, okay? I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to put my signature on it. It's not my job. In fact, we have a conflict in our rules. It already says in our rules that it's supposed to go back to, we are both the engrossment and the enrollment committee, okay? So we will send it back here to be enrolled, and everybody will look. I will not take time from because then I'm not representing the first ward. I will be making sure that I'm following what's going on in the process. Because we were changing things and we were trying to do it slowly, I didn't want to do that right away. Now, some people told me just pull the Band-Aid off. I didn't want to do that. But I literally cannot, as the chair, continue to do that. And then there are still been mistakes, okay? So they haven't had time, especially if there's been a mistake and we have to have it Friday, they haven't had time to change it. So when I get the green copy has all the mistakes that originally was part of the engrossment. Right. So we don't have time. So we need another week.
But going back, what happens at the third reading? Is there a vote then, or is it
Okay,
just read?
all right, so,
And if the conflict.
wait, let me answer him. So after perfection, it would be third reading, okay?
Is there a vote then?
No,
No vote.
no. Final passage would be the vote.
Okay, so then a week later is when the vote occurs.
Yes.
Now, what about suspension of rules? That would happen at the second reading?
Well, suspension of rules suspension of rule can happen at the second reading,
Okay,
and it would be, you can suspend the rules and send it to perfection calendar.
right.
Then
That
it
would-
comes here.
That would really be the only time logically in this scenario to have suspension of rules. You can't really do it.
You could do it twice. The law clearly says 3 readings. That would still give you 3.
Okay, so
No,
you,
the law
3
says a
separate meetings.
minimum 3 separate readings.
So you would
That's a
suspend the
very
rules.
big difference. It can be more readings, it just
Yeah.
can't be less
Right.
readings. Right.
so then, under the new arrangement, when it's at third reading, could you suspend the rules to get final passage?
No,
No.
because it can't be, we cannot, that's the whole point. we cannot do enrollment. I mean, I can't continue to do that. Tomorrow I'll be sitting at my desk, Friday, I won't be participating with the board, because I'll be sitting at my desk with a big stack of papers, signing it, which I'm really not supposed to do. I'm extending myself. I'm not gonna do that. I found the conflict in the rules.
Alderwoman, do you mind if I chime in for a
Mhm.
second? I think the issue is, we're finding issues when it's being brought to us after perfection. And then we are giving them to the clerk to get updated for final passage. There has not been enough time to allow for those updates, and so things are getting third read and finally passed, brought over to the clerk, where Alderwoman Tyus is expected to sign off on these things when the issues that we found during perfection weren't fixed. And it seems to be, I think the issue is, we don't have enough staff.
Yeah, well, sure.
And so our staff is trying to get all these things updated, and just isn't able to do that and meet that same timeline.
But I would add, it's not just not enough staff. The time frame is hard, okay? Because only way that works is everything is perfect all the time. And that just doesn't happen in the real world, okay? We actually, when we sent the stuff over, and I still have my notes, I thought that we had sent over good notes through the clerk. And then when we came back, we had a lot of things that were not the way we needed them to be corrected. So there are going to be mistakes. We're humans. And so I know everybody wants stuff to be, nobody likes that we're doing this, okay, in the first place. And they thought we were going after their bills. And I've signed a lot of bills that I voted no on. And I will continue to sign them. And I will try to get them out in a professional, timely manner. But there has to be, in fact, it might be some more changes. I'm just telling you the one that I know you guys are going to do the most pushback on, but I'm not going to sign it. I'm not going to. This is my last week, Friday, that I'm going to sign board bills that I'm sitting up here and with the green copy, because this is what we get when it's final. And I'm going through pages. I'm just not doing that. And I shouldn't be doing it, and that's not what our rules say if you look at them. So we have a conflict in them.
So you are picking which rule, if they conflict, shouldn't the rules be changed?
That's what we're gonna do.
By the board?
Yes.
So the board will decide this?
No, they won't decide that I'm gonna sign it. They can't decide that.
The
I'm not
rules.
gonna do, no, I'm not going to sign anything that I cannot be part. Now, here's the other thing, it's some more rules that I won't bring up that I don't use. If you all push back on this week, I'll push back on 30 days, okay? So I'm not trying to do anything to you, I'm saying.
I don't get to push back on anything, I don't vote.
But
I
you,
mean,
no,
you're
but you're
all-
like, you're up, no, I'm an alderwoman, I changed that. And
Board of Aldermen.
I'm an alderwoman.
Understood.
And I don't care what it's the board of aldermen. I'm an alderwoman. I had it changed. People lied and said it was in the charter. It was not. I changed it when Francis was the president of the board, and it was one of our little rules, and we changed it, and we got everybody, Lida, Francis, everybody voted for it, and I am an alderwoman. And that's why we got 14 alderwomen here now, not. So that's the first time in history we're half women at this Board of Aldermen. So we got that straight. I don't let people call me what, and I never went by alderman. I always pushed that back because that was sexist and I am not part. And if it had been the Board of Negroes, I would not have been that either. Now we are straight on that. Okay, so I'm saying there's other things I could have been using. We haven't been. We haven't been trying to keep things 30 days. We haven't been trying to do any of that. What we've been trying to do is get these things out. But we want to do it in a professional manner. And we want to do it where our staff has time. So pushing for the staff to hurry up and get this done. I've seen our, I don't want to say mad, but they're hurried, they're anxious, because it's not just enough people, it's just not enough time. So the clerk and I have been talking about this. I'm giving you the extraordinary courtesy of talking to you about it. But I really could have just pushed it, and the clerk would be one of my supporters, because I just wanted to hear what your concerns, except for that extra week. I don't see that as being something that's a big problem, because as I said before, HUDs could keep it in there for 30 days, nothing you can do. They don't normally do that. We haven't been trying to do that. So the concern has changed.
Oh, the chairman will do that.
Well, now, in other committees, right. If they don't like something, he holds it for 30 days. Our president sends bills to places that it shouldn't be there. We have a lot of power that our committee has not used, okay? So we're just telling you that we think that we need another week. I think it'll help you guys too. I don't know, but I know for our staff and for our clerk, it will.
Yeah, I just think if we could get, yeah, if we're all on the same page and at least we have some expectations moving forward, take it from there.
Right, right. And you won't find it, if people know it's gonna be another week, you build that in, okay? So you get it done faster, you get it in, you talk to the chairman of HUDs to say, I need this done the first week. He probably mostly will do it for all you big companies anyway, and law firms. So it'll be right back out there, okay? Second reading, they can suspend the rules and perfect it, so that gets rid of that week right there.
Yeah, I'm just looking to set expectations.
Okay, yes. Any other? Okay.
Thank you for letting me sit at the table, I
Right,
appreciate that.
okay.
So what I,
Yes, go ahead, I'm
So
sorry.
what I would like to do though, and we can pass everybody one of these just as, to look at it.
Thank you.
But what I'd like us to do is all look at the exhibit section, and just talk through what I think, you know, what needs to be in all of them. You know, what we found from last week is some of them had sustainability reports, some didn't have sustainability reports, some listed sustainability reports but didn't have it. But I think when we're looking at you know, Board Bill 55 right now, I would say that, you know, A through G is the standard, what should be in every single
Right.
bill. The other thing that I would have a question about, and wondering if this needs to be perhaps, you know, Exhibit H. But I know that you put together financial analysis for,
Projects over $1 million, we do, yes.
correct.
Yes.
And those are handed out in committee, but I'm wondering if those should also, for those projects, be an attachment as a part of these as well.
Yeah, that's fine, it's just we need a heads up, and we'll do that on all future board bills.
Okay. And then the other question I think we had was about fiscal notes. Because some of these fiscal notes say that there's no impact when a tax abatement does have a financial impact. And I think when you go back and you look at the authorizing language that we did in the bill, 3 years ago now, to require fiscal notes, that I think the foregone revenue is what is supposed to be listed as the type of impact. And the agencies affected is supposed to be that breakdown that's typically in the financial analysis that shows, you know, what the impact on the schools versus,
Right.
you know, city tax
Well,
revenue.
Yeah, our city attorneys looked this over, and it's, the issue, they has a current city budget. Now, we could do an impact statement for future
Okay.
budgets with the attachment, we can do that. We
Okay.
do that for the taxing districts, we can just include that on all sorts of.
That
future
would
board
be
bills.
great, because I think that was the intent when we
Right.
passed the fiscal note legislation a few years ago, was to make sure that we saw that financial analysis. And so that does become an attachment for things that are over $1 million, and that when this is filled out, there is, you know, that
Right.
part of it as well. Those were my main, I think. And I think that once we get in the habit of having that standardized format,
Yeah.
then it should be theoretically a lot easier,
Correct.
because you're not searching for 1 million different exhibits. And you know, the other thing that I, you know, perhaps in the fiscal note, or in the, if it's less than $1 million, maybe just having a page or something that says, you know, that it's under $1 million, so, you know, fiscal
Right, we'll include what we,
analysis not needed.
well, we'll include with the fiscal note, the impact statement, we send to the taxing districts.
Yeah, we do, I mean, it's not, we could, even in the small ones, have what we send off to the taxing districts.
Okay,
which isn't a real analysis, but it does show, well, it kind of is, yeah.
It's an estimate on the value of the
Yeah,
tax abatement.
yeah, I mean, if you want that attached to it, we certainly can.
And
I
the-
think that would be beneficial. And then I think that just becomes, what did I say, Exhibit H
Right.
in it, so that we have and I think that makes sense to have the blighting report, the sustainability report, followed by
Right.
financial impact.
And then
Statement.
somewhere we would want to include in our text somewhere to reference that. So
Correct.
Right.
that extra exhibit is somewhere in the text.
Incorporated by reference,
Yeah,
right,
right.
is the language, right. Now, I have a question, since we're talking about exhibits, we need them bolded, and I'm gonna give you an example, we just got the new one right here, so let me
Yeah.
tell you what happens when we start looking here, 55, do you mind if I?
Go right.
Okay, so our new 55, so the first thing we see is attachment A, which I find, okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so here's, but it blends in, but I do find
Yeah.
attachment A. Right behind attachment A, there says attachment B. I don't find anything in here where there is an attachment B that's referenced.
In the board bill, you're saying.
You're in the board bill?
Okay, so when you look, yeah, page 1 of 9, the first line 6 says attachment A. I go back here to attachment A, and it's got a listing of Dr. Martin Luther King and,
Parcels.
right.
Right.
Right behind it, it says attachment B,
Right.
lighting study and redevelopment plan.
Right.
Where is attachment B in here?
It's right there.
It's
I
there.
know, I see that, but I'm saying, in the board bill
Oh, in the
itself,
board
on line 9, it speaks to exhibit B. But where is it that it speaks to attachment B? That's why I wanted it bolded, because you're going through all of this stuff. But I wasn't able to find it, and so
Okay.
I still don't, I'm not able to find it. None of us were.
It's on the top of page 4,
Okay,
top line
attachment A.
is attachment A. Now you're looking for
We're looking
attachment
For attachment B, you're gonna say, I want you guys to find it so you
Okay,
can see
well.
our problem.
Yeah, okay. Our standard form has it, but it may not be in this one.
Okay, that's what our problems have been. Nothing like mother and father changing places for people to understand.
I think the issue is attachment's gonna change the exhibit on line 9. on the
That's
first
what I
page.
thought too.
Oh, really? On,
But then I thought that the B there's actually an exhibit B, so I didn't know if,
oh, I
So
see what
there's
you're saying. Oh, yeah,
attachments
sure.
and
It
exhibits.
should be attachment
Yeah.
B.
and that's what we sent over to say was the problem. So that was exactly what we said was the problem, that shouldn't be exhibit B, that should be attachment B.
Yeah,
But we weren't sure because, you do have an exhibit B.
well, but the exhibit, we, long ago, we made the attachments to the board bill exhibits to the plan.
Right.
Because it was
okay.
too confusing to do it any other way.
Okay, so now you can see though why we want exhibits and attachments also bolded.
No, okay.
Because when you're going through all these board bills, trying to find this stuff, yeah, we have set of eyes.
Yeah, well, we're happy to do that in the future, yeah.
So we still need to change exhibit B to attachment B.
Okay.
Okay,
I don't know if, well, we'll look at the next one, see. Hopefully, they don't all have that problem. but-
no,
They should not have
They each
that
have their own individual problems.
Okay, that's fine, that's
If
fine.
there had been a standardized issue,
We
it
would have
actually would have been
understood that,
easier.
right? It's like you guys said, let's see how many ways we can fool them.
Yeah, I thought we had gotten away from that as a problem a long time ago, but obviously we have not.
Okay, so, Board Bill 55 still needs to be corrected.
Okay.
On the front page though, so
Okay.
do you need this or you got it yourself?
I'm taking this with me.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
So any other changes on that one?
No,
before
that
we
was
go
the
to
problem on
another?
that one. I actually kept all my original notes.
Okay, good.
Okay, so then are we holding board bill 55 till
Well, I'm,
Friday or do?
no, I want to just, I'm gonna, hopefully we pass it out and they're gonna
Okay.
send us a correction.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
pretty
we
small.
will.
Next 30 minutes, you'll have that.
Okay,
Okay,
then I would say let's go ahead and I'll entertain a motion to pass out board bill number 55 with the due pass recommendation.
I make a motion, we pass out Board Bill 55 with a due pass recommendation.
Second?
Larry.
Previous row?
What's
Boy, you have your
required
committee
to
members
my
trained.
attention?
Wait a minute, excuse me, that we don't do previous roll for, a roll call?
Well, this is a roll call, this is
Okay.
not a vote.
Okay, so we
Okay,
need to do
so-
the first one, okay. All right, we
Please
have,
call the roll.
Alderman Vollmer, Alderwoman Howard, Alderman Ornowitz,
Aye.
Alderwoman Green,
Aye.
Chairwoman Tyus.
aye,
3 aye votes.
by your vote.
Oh, by your vote, you sustain the motion to pass out Board Bill 55 with a due pass recommendation.
There you go. And with, the change from Exhibit B to Attachment B.
Okay, good.
Okay.
We'll do 52 next.
Okay, thank you. And then I'll find 52, 61, 56, 34.
You want to kind of pass those down in case there's any issues.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, we got attachment, there we go, sweet,
This is right?
yes.
Missing Exhibit G.
How did that happen? Gosh.
I'm glad you're sitting here with us, because this is what we were saying.
Exactly.
We got, what was the issue on this one?
The sustainability report was missing,
Okay.
and do we have it?
It's in there
Yes.
now, yes ma'am.
That's good. We want everything to come out. We're happy when we think everything, one week we did everything right, and then the president didn't refer 3 bills. And then the clerk's calling me like 5 minutes before the limit we had to post stuff, saying we gotta have another meeting, so. We like it when the bills are right.
Okay.
So don't ask me how this is possible,
Yeah.
but on the, I just noticed this, on the blighting study and redevelopment plan, on the one we just did, it is labeled attachment B. On the bill that we have in front of us, on 52, it is not labeled at all,
Okay,
That's another one.
which is strange because I would think that's just a,
Here's attachment A.
Okay,
See,
we'll add
B.
that.
it should on the top of that page say attachment B and it doesn't.
And even we are still looking for the bills to be, okay, so attachment B would be the blighting study.
Yeah,
we'll-
add
we'll
that
look-
to the cover of the blighting study, okay.
And will blighting study always be attachment B?
it should,
Yes.
Okay. And again, is it referred to, the reason why I didn't find it, I thought in the one we're doing 52, is it referred to any place in this board bill that there's an attachment B?
Yeah, it's on
Yeah,
the front page.
We got that part right, so,
I see attachment A
Yeah.
and 5, okay, great. And now, again, bolding.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Any other issues? Then I'll entertain a motion that we pass out Board Bill number 52 with a due pass recommendation.
I make a motion, we pass out Board Bill number 52 with a due pass recommendation.
second, previous row.
By a vote, you sustain the motion to pass out Board Bill number 52
You
with
have to
a,
ask about if there's any opposition.
Oh.
Yes.
any,
Hearing no opposition, you don't have to ask, hearing no opposition. Okay,
voted to sustain the motion to pass out Board Bill number 52 with the due pass recommendation, pending those.
The correction.
The corrections
Right.
that were just given. Okay. By 54.
thank you.
Pin.
thank you.
This was just missing, G was not on the exhibits, it didn't list the sustainability report.
It's there now.
And now it's there. This one is correct.
All right, they're sweet.
It looks good.
And also attachment B is labeled.
Yeah.
Okay, I will entertain a
I make a
motion.
motion, we pass board bill number 54 out of committee as recommended.
Second, previous roll. I'll do the second and
Hearing no
previous roll.
objection, you voted to sustain the motion to pass out board bill number 54 with a due pass recommendation.
And we're rolling.
That one was good. Okay, 61.
61, thank you. It's the 61, okay. Did you tell him how much you charge every time you have to get out and pass and stuff, Lord, when he gets that bill?
Can't afford it.
So what was wrong with this one was, G was not on the exhibit and not attached, the sustainability report. It is now attached,
It's listed.
attachment B, and it's listed.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
And the plan has exhibit B on it.
Yes.
Or
Oh, you
attachment
feel
B.
like how we feel, you're part of our committee.
Boy, maybe you ought to come over every time you meet.
That's right.
You
We feel
learned
accomplished.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to pass out board bill number 61 with a due pass recommendation.
I make a motion that we pass board bill number 61 out of committee as recommended.
Second, previous roll.
Hearing no objection, you vote to sustain the motion to pass out board bill number 61.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, 66. Exhibit, G was not, the sustainability report was not listed. It's listed and it is attached.
It is missing a
Attachment B.
label for attachment B.
Yep. Attachment B is not on the plan.
I'm giving you these back so you can use them again, because we wasting much too much paper. I'm marking on my own.
Okay. I'm on.
Entertain a motion to pass out board bill number 66 with a due pass recommendation.
With the caveat that
Oh, of adding the
Right.
attachment B
B.
label.
I make a motion, we pass out board bill number 66 out of committee as recommended.
second, previous roll.
Hearing no objection, voted to pass out board bill number 66 with the due pass recommendation, provided there's the change to add attachment B.
Thank you. 70.
So I think this is missing attachment.
Okay, so this should be exhibit.
It should say attachment.
Attachment on
B.
pay on
B,
line
yeah.
9.
Yes, it's missing, in the exhibits, it was missing the G, it didn't list the sustainability report in the exhibits part.
It's there now.
attachment B, that's good. And it's still missing,
Sustainability.
maybe that's an O one, I don't know, I got so many of these things now, let me look at, in the exhibit part. Oh, no, it's in here, it has it, this was an O one.
So the only thing it's missing is Exhibit B needs to become Attachment B
Okay, good.
on line 9, page 1.
Right.
Entertain a motion to pass out Board Bill number 70 with due pass recommendation pending that Exhibit B is changed to Attachment B.
Make a motion, we pass that board bill number 70 out of committee as recommended.
Second, previous roll,
Here are no objections, you vote to pass out Board Bill number 70 with the due pass recommendation pending those changes, or that change.
that one board bill.
It's a broken thing.
Oh, my gosh.
Girl power,
got
so she
it.
can do it
I got
herself.
it.
When your kids were little, I can do it.
Just try not to break a nail.
Thank you. 72.
Yeah. Page 1 is missing the whole word attachment. B, I
See there? You are are we gonna let them be on our committee?
That's not even, it's mentioned on page 2, line 14.
Okay, see, long as it's mentioned
But-
someplace, okay.
We'll take
Line 14.
But I'm not sure why this is in a different format than,
As attachment B.
Well, we did this just because we wanted the committee, we wanted to trick the committee.
It's a
keep
larger
us on our
tax abatement.
toes.
Pardon?
The wording of the tax abatement is different, so that's the issue.
That's why, as long as it's in
Ah,
here,
Yeah.
Okay,
right,
okay.
right.
okay,
As long as it's someplace in here that is referred to.
okay.
Right. So you see our vice chair's eagle eye.
Okay, so 72
It's right.
looks reasonable, okay.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to pass out Board Bill number 72 with a due pass recommendation.
I make a motion, we pass out board bill 72 with a due pass recommendation.
Second, previous row.
Here are no objections, we vote to sustain the motion to pass out Board Bill number 72.
Is that all of the ones?
That
we
is
did?
all of them for, that were held over.
So what do we have still in committee?
So we have,
21 more.
21 more? No. We got number, no, so we got,
These are all the
You want-
ones we couldn't, that didn't go out right.
let's look and see if we have some other, do you mind if we do a few more of the,
that's fine.
No.
I
of
think
the,
we're,
More the merrier.
the redevelopment? Do we have redevelopment in here since we have them here? We do really easy ones, let's see. Here's a redevelopment, Board Bill 72, did we do that already? I didn't.
That's the
mark-
one we just did.
that's-
Yeah.
Okay, tell me the ones we did so I can mark, I didn't mark my thing.
Here. We did 55,
Okay,
52,
wait a minute, they're not, are they
they're
in
not all
order?
in order, so 55.
Where's
Okay.
52? Wait a minute, I gotta find 52.
52 is actually not even on this agenda.
we did, 54.
And I asked him, oh, it's 54, okay.
Yeah. I
Uh-huh,
don't know why.
And then 61,
Really?
okay, well, it's done for sure.
66,
Okay,
70,
okay,
and 72.
okay.
Wholesale.
All right, let's see what else we got. So, okay, Okay, so 48 is something about the planning commission. I don't know, that's a commission. Let's see.
That's probably a zoning bill.
Yeah, do you guys do those?
No, we don't.
We
Okay,
stay away from those.
okay.
Smart.
57 is
So we don't have any more.
59 committee substitute.
Let's really wait till Friday. Okay, let's start from the bottom. Let's start from 82 and just work our way up and do like 4 or 5, because it left us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we'll do, starting from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So with 83.
So we'll go from, 83 to 68, so that'll give us, and then if we get tired, we can stop. Okay, that'll give us a good part. So you don't have anything else before us?
Okay.
Did that,
71, I believe, is an amendment to redevelopment plan.
Oh, okay.
that's, oh, is it? Okay. All right, thank
I
you.
just wanted to-
Okay. Yeah, we were trying to do everything that everybody was here. Does anybody else have any other board bills that they're here for? Okay, so we'll do 71 first. Do you have anything?
I do.
Which one?
I'm here for Bill 68 and 79 is amended.
We'll do 68 because you're here. And what's the other one?
79 is amended.
So you won't have to come back. We were gonna do 79 anyway, so I'll take the credit though. Let's do the ones that they're here for. So we don't want the people to get charged twice, even though I'm for attorneys making lots of money. I wanna go on record for that,
I
okay?
agree with that.
69 or 79?
68, 79 is amended.
Okay. Okay, 79 is amended.
We'll do those two,
Should we
the ones that they said first, and then we'll start from the bottom.
Because they're both ones that we were off of.
68 is Volmer,
Okay, there we go.
okay? And then you said, what was the other, 79 is amended, okay? And then you were 71.
And then 82 and 83.
Okay, we're gonna do those already anyway.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Sounds good. So
Okay, so-
let's go
right.
in numerical order, so let's start with 68.
okay.
It's because it's ours.
Okay,
Do you like how warm it is in here?
alright. Which one,
At least it's not the
We don't
chambers.
spend money on air conditioning.
which one we
The
starting
fan
with?
stop.
68.
It's better than in the chambers.
That's cooler than sitting in the mountains.
That's how we get to have a summer break.
There we go, all
I
right.
have one.
I got it. I got
Some of
it.
them stick together.
Sheree, I found it.
Do I get, is this a whole package? Let's see, I got,
Okay.
no, this is mine that I gonna give back to you.
But all of them kind of mixed in from what you all just.
But this is stuff we just did, so
Okay.
where is, okay. So we're doing
Actually, let it slide.
68,
Yes, we're on 68.
59, 67, 68, and then what's the other, 70?
68, 71, 79 as amended.
Okay, I got a fiscal thing here, just to this one, okay. 71, 78. Did you say 78?
79.
Okay, 79. 71, where's 79, 70, 72, 76, 79. Okay, those are the ones we're doing first, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then we're gonna turn it over and do it from the bottom.
You all are gonna do whatever changes they have on their bills. So, I have a dental appointment,
You got, okay,
so I'm gonna
Can he
slip
handle
out. He can handle it.
I know.
I'm gonna take off as well.
All right, thank you for coming.
We've done
Thank you.
everything that you're here for, okay.
I'll send you a copy when you come up. There we go. Alright.
Okay, good. Good, thank you.
Start with
68.
68, right. Appendix B, gotta look for it. I don't know if I can vote on this. I still take my Avalon to Jerry Ackerman all these many years. 27 years from when I used to live down in South St. Louis.
Still running.
I don't see any issues.
Okay, now, what, do you see Appendix A and Appendix?
So it's referenced, Appendix A, line 21, page 1.
Okay, and what about Appendix B?
It might have called it Exhibit B.
Which would be where?
Hold on, let me check here. Yeah, so it switches to calling things, let's see. It starts out calling things attachments and then I think switches to exhibits.
No, appendix. It
Or
starts with
appendix.
Appendix.
Okay, and where is it start?
And then
What page?
page 2, line 11, it calls it Exhibit B. And then when you go to, where did I just see this? Page 7, line 3, then it calls it Exhibit A instead of Appendix A. I would say just choose a name and stick with it.
Oh, we didn't do this one, so.
Yeah, this is all mine.
Yeah.
I'm the idiot.
Okay, sweetie.
Okay, Mrs.
Just
Sweeney.
pick one. I don't
What do you
care if
wanna
it's
call
an
it?
attachment or an exhibit, just,
Whatever you prefer, I'll chairwoman.
okay, let's go with exhibit because that's what is the language that's being used in other bills.
So then on line 21 of page 1, that Appendix A should go to Exhibit,
A,
okay? And then we have to change the actual exhibit itself instead of Appendix A. We
It
need
needs
to
to
go to
say-
page 1 of 13. It should say Exhibit.
exhibit A, and then it should say, exhibit B for the SID agreement.
I like that you have some explanations.
In your fiscal note, I like your fiscal note.
Yes.
Good job, Sweeney.
I didn't do it.
You're supposed to
I'll
say,
let Missy know.
you're supposed to say thank you, thank you.
I don't take credit for when I don't do it. I ain't gonna
Oh,
know.
then you're an unusual man. That's all I'm gonna go. Okay, so, do you mind, Madam Chair?
Go right
Can
ahead.
you have it ready for us and back over if we pass it out?
10 minutes.
Okay.
Appendix will be replaced by exhibit.
Do you need us a markup copy or did you mark it
If,
up?
I'll take one or make a copy of.
Okay, what I usually do is do a check right by it. So,
It's just literally replacing the word appendix, word voted with exhibit, correct?
Correct.
it's 3 changes, I think it
Yeah.
is.
All right,
And half
got-
of them already say exhibit. and
Right.
half of
understood,
them
just the
say-
ones that, understood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the front page and then the 2,
Okay.
Right.
I'll get that. Do I send it, see this, should I send it to the clerk, he's not here today, or should I send it to the assistant clerk, or what's the process?
Where, forward it to you.
you forward 1 to me and then 1 to the clerk. You have my email. Yes, I know you know ours. Okay, is that all right?
Yes. So I'll entertain a motion to pass out Board Bill number 68 with the due pass recommendation pending the changes of appendix to exhibit.
I make a motion, we pass out board bill number 68 as recommended.
Second, Previous roll.
Hearing no objections, you vote to pass out Board Bill 68 with those changes. Okay, 79 as amended.
is that your,
It is.
okay, great, so then that takes care of you.
No, so this one's mine as well.
I said
one
this will
and it
take care-
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Exhibit A. Let's see what we have in here. Build-A-Bear Workshop.
It's
I
bolded.
I was here when we gave Carl Icahn $5 million, and he did just what Carl Icahn would do. Ooh, great, hold it.
I know.
That we begged Freeman not to do that. Okay, B, okay, where is exhibit B? Exhibit A, or where is no exhibit B? Okay. So,
Your track changes was on in this bill, just so.
that's what I was gonna say, and it's really small,
Yeah,
so
it's fine.
you don't want your, if you look on page 6,
I mean, I send it, you can, the clerk at some point can click, don't show track changes, unless you wanna send it in PDFs instead of Word.
I don't, that's between, we're just bringing it up, but I don't know what your agreement is with the clerk. Is Terry not here today? Okay, I can't speak for the clerk, okay, because he may have his own things, we're just letting you know.
Okay.
We're gonna pass it out anyway, but we didn't think you wanted your formatted subscripts. And I would suggest, this is kind of small for anybody that wanted to read it, so,
There,
What? I didn't send it.
you didn't send it like this?
No.
Here. See it?
This is exhibit C, I'll resend. Yeah, I'll just make it.
there, exhibit A is listed twice. The form of development and performance agreement is called exhibit A, and then the project site is also called exhibit A.
And then there's a exhibit B that they're also showing in here.
Project site is exhibit B.
Wait a minute, then that kicks,
Does that impact the board bill?
yes. Okay, so project site is exhibit B. Then what does exhibit B become, exhibit C? Concept site,
I sent changes with this yesterday. I don't know why they're not before you. Exhibit B,
Okay.
lays it out.
she's going,
The 79.
yeah.
That was sent to the clerk yesterday, as well as, the square footage and recitals. I sent that yesterday as well.
Okay, we'll just hold that for a second while she,
I'll bring copies next time.
So, I wanna just say, I know this is a little, this is for sometimes what we're saying with short staff, and then,
I know, I did both roles.
but I just wanna explain a little bit for our staff, I'm gonna take up, this is the Board of Aldermen's fault, we don't have enough people. And also, sometimes you're not the only person, and so if people are missing, we can't get all those changes, that's why we were saying we need a different time flow. I know people will get irritated, but this is how you make the hamburger. Nobody likes to know how you really make hamburger. Okay, she's ready. Announce the board bill so they know.
oh, we have board bill number 71 before us.
Ordinance C attached. Okay. Exhibit 1 says ordinance 70316 is attached. It is not. Maybe it is. Yes, it is. Okay, yes, good. Ooh, I love you. Wait a minute, is it the city journal? Is that what?
Yeah, so what they did
Okay,
is,
yes, I
since
see
it's
it.
an amendment,
Right, they just,
yeah.
right. So you can also get the ordinances from online, so you don't have to get it from the journal, just,
So this is actually, I just assisted Zach.
Okay.
Zach did all the hard work.
like, you can get them from online, or you can have the city, register send you over if you just don't want it to be
The
from the journal.
problem is a lot of times the exhibits aren't online, only the
Oh, okay,
ordinances, which is something that I think we need to take up with the clerk, because technically the exhibits,
Are part of the
since they are
ordinances,
part
right.
of the board bill, should also be online.
well, I just don't know if we should have, this is my thing, if we should have the city journal as part of
Yeah.
our records, okay, so, we're gonna pass it out, but I'm gonna look for a cleaner version to put in here,
Okay.
okay? If we have to go to, we can also pull them from our books that's out in the Board of Aldermen. So, but it will be the same thing,
Okay.
okay? And it might be okay, it just might be me. Okay, attachment B, that's good. Oh, no, that's part of the exhibit 1. Okay. Now. So, fiscal note. I was just amending the legal
Yeah, it's
description.
just,
Right.
so, I think it's okay.
Yep.
I will entertain a motion to pass out board bill number 71 with the due pass recommendation.
I make a motion, we pass out board bill number 71 out of committee with a due pass recommendation.
Second, previous roll.
Hearing no objections, you vote to sustain the motion to pass out board bill number 71 with the due pass recommendation.
Here's the.
And we can go back to
Okay.
79.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
good.
thank you.
Okay, here we go. Well, this is much easier to read.
Yes. So I'm gonna take this off. Development agreement. Exhibit E.
Good job, Dave. I'm gonna tell you something, Spanish Society. No, don't laugh, I was the first non-Spanish person who was ever president.
I elected, I'll remember.
Okay, so now, let's look at this.
We spent some money too.
That's exhibit A. Form of development and performance agreement.
Oh, this is for the good repair.
So this talks to exhibit D. Okay. So what did we end up doing? We changed exhibit A in the project site to,
Exhibit A had a blank about the square footage, and so that was where filled in.
okay, but we got 2 exhibit A's, so that's what I was asking. So the first exhibit is form of development and performance agreement. That's in exhibit A, right? So what's
I'm
the?
sorry, on the recital, I apologize.
No problem.
Man,
We're glad you're here, yes, please.
so the first change was in the actual body of the bill under the agreement, recitals B, I put the specific square footage, it was blank.
Okay, so wait, okay, but what I'm asking about exhibit A.
Yep.
So, exhibit A, after page 3 of 3, there's something that says exhibit A, form of development and performance agreement. Did we keep that as exhibit A? This is the ordinance itself, or the board bill itself.
Because then there's another exhibit,
no.
if you want to see.
Do you just have a copy of the
Show.
Do you have a copy?
I don't think they printed an extra.
I apologize, I have a clear copy. What I sent. Page 3 of 3.
So past page, at the next page past 3 of 3, it says exhibit A, form of development and performance agreement.
Correct,
Okay,
that's behind it then.
right.
Correct.
Now, but when you get down into page A1, there's another that says exhibit A. And when we go through this thing, there's.
Well, yeah, because this is the exhibit A for the bill,
Mm-hmm,
and then within the agreement, there are exhibits
Okay.
that are cited within the agreement.
so the only
Okay.
exhibit A for the bill
It-
is
it-
this
it's the-
whole
it's the
thing.
agreement,
thing.
is
Okay.
the agreement, correct.
Right,
That's the
okay.
only exhibit to the bill.
Okay.
And then you go to that, and then you would have the different
So-
A, B, and C.
So, and a little confusing, because then when you go, the development and performance agreement, I really like pages. Okay, you don't put it on page 1, but on page 1, it says Exhibit A. We're really referring to what Exhibit A when it says Exhibit A and Exhibit B? What are those, Exhibit D? Is that further along in the?
Yes.
Yeah,
They're
those
within
in
the,
the
they're
development
within the agreement.
agreement. Okay, I see how you have that labeled now.
Okay, so this is Exhibit A for the development agreement. Okay. And you did label them A1, so that's, okay, development agreement. Thank you for the bolding. Exhibit B, Exhibit C. Exhibit D. And I like that you did D1 and D2. I know you don't take credit, but whoever did it, I like it that way. Because if ever it gets apart, E1, okay. Comes apart, you can find it.
Right.
Okay, and board bill fiscal note.
We need to teach other people how to do fiscal notes.
The SLDC did that one.
It's
That's all SLDC.
You notice how Mr. Sweeney's not taking any credit for
I know.
anything, but his
I did.
stuff is right, but
Yes.
everybody else did it.
That sounds right.
Right, I think it looks good.
I'm good.
Then I will entertain a motion to pass out board bill number 79 as amended with the due pass recommendation.
I make a motion, we pass out board bill number 79 as amended with due pass recommendation.
Second, previous roll.
Hearing no objections, you vote to sustain the motion to pass out board bill number 79 as amended with the due pass recommendation.
Okay,
Thank you.
that releases everybody, right?
I have 2 more.
Oh, yeah.
I have 82 and 83.
Oh, sorry about that.
I'm patient.
Read the
Okay.
version that you have now.
Yeah.
So,
I'll send
okay,
you
so I
the
have
other one.
83.
Wait a minute, wait, he said he has 73 and 70, let's do his since he's here.
What is it? What number?
82 and 83, but I can read it.
Oh, those are the ones we were gonna do anyway.
Just gotta find
82.
it.
That last
What
one,
else?
83.
82 and 83, the last two. Oh, these are the ones we don't like, they're too thick.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take up 82.
Okay.
82 first.
Is this helping any at all? I know this is.
Oh, very much so.
What about you?
Like I said, just whatever the rules are, I just need to make sure.
You're my guy, right there, that's who I am. Cross at the crosswalk,
Just tell me the
okay?
rules. Right,
So he's with Hush Blackwell?
that's me.
Oh, they're expensive.
Lawyers should make lots of money.
They
Let me
make-
go on record.
They make too much money.
Exhibit A, okay. On file with the city register. Okay.
Patrick, where are you still?
So this one, 82 is the 705 Olive Sid,
Oh.
83 is just who I said.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have the bills?
Oh, no, I do not, but
Okay. Do you
I'm
want,
just making notes. so.
do we have extra bills here? We can give you a bill if you need.
Only if it's wrong. If
Okay.
it's wrong,
Here
if
you
it's
He
wrong.
doesn't need to have to.
I don't
That's
need
right.
Yeah.
go. You did it.
I
Okay.
don't see anything.
See. Okay, Exhibit B, ordinance number, okay, you got your ordinances attached. Okay, Exhibit A.
Man, this one looks clean.
Petition. What is this, Cole don't work at your firm also?
Who?
Jack?
No, he works with Spencer Fane.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I went to law school with Jack, though.
See any issues?
No, man, this looks
I'll
clean. The
entertain
one
a
HR
motion to pass out board bill number 82 with the do pass recommendation.
I make a motion, we pass, Board Bill 82 out of committee with a due pass recommendation.
Second, previous roll.
Hearing no objections, you vote to sustain the motion and pass out board bill number 82 with the do pass recommendation.
When you say the board bill, say a little bit about it so that,
Okay,
because when they're watching, they don't know what we're doing.
okay.
Okay, we have to play to the camera a
A
little bit.
board bill 83, which is approving a petition for a community improvement district in the Soulard Community Improvement District.
And it's sponsored by,
And sponsored by Alderman Jack Hodar.
there we go. Appendix A, the use appendix. Okay, kept it with appendix. This one. I'm starting to get tired. Eyes starting to glaze over.
It glazed over because you got another one.
That's right. I think it's more fun to have ones that are wrong.
Okay, I will entertain a motion to pass out board bill number 83 with the do pass recommendation.
I make a motion, we pass Board Bill number 83 out of committee with a due pass recommendation.
Second, previous roll.
Hearing no objections, you vote to sustain the motion and pass out board bill number 83 with the do pass recommendation.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I'll be
you, I appreciate
in
it.
the next 10 minutes.
Okay, thank
We
you.
appreciate it. Thank you for your
Thanks,
time.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we're on 80.
80, wait a minute, oh, what's that?
Yeah, we're coming from the back. See, my last name is Tyus, so sometimes, I know Arnowitz is always first, but Tyus was always last.
No,
So
it's good to be
We
first.
do not have an 80.
we do not have an 80.
It's just page
Oh,
one.
you know why? Because 80 did
Oh,
not,
this was,
that's the one that did fail.
Oh, it failed.
No, that was the,
This
that's the
is
John.
about the-
Oh, this is the barricade,
Flow of
okay,
traffic.
okay.
I think they just made, did.
Here it is, I
made
got
a
mine.
change
This
there.
is just one
It's
little
just
sheet.
one little page.
Right.
Okay. Well, I have up to 76.
You got it, Max?
There we go. Okay, thank you.
Can someone shut that door? Thank you. So I don't know why we got the stuff that was struck out if it was amended, but when we print it, it won't be.
I can take it out.
I'm just saying, next time we print it, that won't be in there, right? Okay,
It shouldn't be.
right.
Don't see any other issues.
Kinda hard.
Yeah.
The wrong alderperson's name.
I'll entertain a motion to pass out board bill number 80 as amended with the due pass recommendation.
I make a motion, we pass out board bill number 80 as amended out of committee on, with the due pass recommendation.
Second, previous roll.
Hearing no objections, by a vote, you sustain the motion to pass out board bill number 80 as amended with the due pass recommendation. So 76.
Yes.
It's a bill by Joe Vaccaro for a four-way stop sign at Childress and Bradley. Any issues? I'll entertain a motion to pass out board bill number 76 with a due pass recommendation.
I make a motion, we pass out board bill 76 out of committee with the due pass recommendation.
Second, previous roll.
Hearing no objections, you vote to sustain the motion to pass out board bill number 76 with a due pass recommendation. 60.
Okay, how many have we done? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're now, are we at 67?
We already did 67, so we're at 60. 67, I think, was over there.
And we did, okay, so we did 72 and 70. So I got some
Yes.
stuff in here that,
Madam Chair, I don't think 67 has been done, it's the micro-mobility fund, it's not,
That's not done.
not,
I'm checking.
So maybe I
further.
right,
don't have that one.
right.
Yeah, 67.
That's what I was gonna say, that's what I had, okay. That's what happens when you have too many board bills.
Yes, I do not have that one.
And I think I'm losing my mind. I'm seeing the board bill 70 and I thought we...
We did do it, but that was, we got a package, so we already did it. for
Oh,
now,
okay.
Because that was held over from.
We got a packet and then we got an updated packet.
Right.
Okay, so I could take it. I said...
Okay.
I know you had 70
Forgetful.
and 72 in there, right, that was from before.
And now we're on 72, correct?
72?
All the women...
I don't have 72 either.
72, you guys.
We did.
passed
Oh,
already.
we passed that.
We
Oh,
did
yeah.
it, we did it.
Okay.
You know what,
Thank you.
you know what you need to do?
Tasmania Hubbard.
Okay, then there's a, what we need to do is check them off as you do it,
Yeah.
okay? Have it, if you want the clerk to, then you'll know what's done.
Okay,
And
so
the other
67
guy-
is where we should
Correct.
be at the moment. Okay, 67. Repealing and replacing an ordinance. So the ordinance
It's
is not attached.
Correctamundo. Pretty easy to get. Okay, we need it.
So on page 3, there are returns that shouldn't be in there,
Yes,
but bring it down to the next line, and then,
yes, page 3, line 3, and
Yes.
then there's no line 4
so
even.
line
Right.
1 has an extra return in there.
Right.
That should be up there, and then line 3, and then 4 is
Four.
brought up onto line 3, and then 8 and 9,
So this needs to be retyped,
yeah.
and we need to add ordinance 70710. So do we want to just hold this over to Friday, or do we want to try to get it out? So it's your choice.
Let's hold it to Friday, it's a no-brainer.
Right, that'll give them time to do it.
Yeah, I didn't give time to redo it. If that's all right with everybody else.
That's fine.
Hey,
Put it in a separate
We're the
file.
3 people that come and do the
Well,
work.
but I mean, and that gives her time
Right.
to do it too.
Okay, so next is 60.
Okay, we have 60 before us by Alderman John Collins Muhammad. It's a street name. See any issues?
Nope. Oh, pursuant to.
I think because it's pursuant.
Right, pursuant
it
to,
doesn't
right.
need it.
What it is that, that's the one that Jeffrey passed about how you had to do honorary. And
Oh, yes,
Right.
yes.
That's what it is, right. It's not changing it, it's just saying pursuant. Okay, that's good.
I'll entertain a motion to pass out Board Bill number 60 with a due pass recommendation.
I make a motion we pass board bill number 60 out of committee, with a due pass recommendation.
Second, previous roll.
We're waiting
I'm,
on
see,
you.
I'm at the end of my time, okay? We've done a lot of board
Objections,
bills.
you voted to sustain the motion and pass out Board Bill number 60 with a due pass recommendation.
Better just get these thin ones.
Let's do Christina's is a thin one, 50, if you don't mind, Madam Chair,
No.
58.
58.
Because we don't want to be nice to the person who's not nice.
There's no introduction.
Okay.
There's no section 1 or 2, but there's section 3,
Three,
4,
four.
5, 6.
Mine is not numbered at all. Is yours?
No, mine's not numbered either.
Well, we tried to help you.
It needs to have numbers on it. We need to figure out why section 1 and 2 are missing.
I'm thinking for some reason it just didn't pick up. But it should have. Guess they didn't.
It doesn't have
it.
any, I mean, it's
Yeah.
not, yeah, this is, gotta be held.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and hold
Yes,
58.
this is the meeting. We hold it. We hold it.
Section 1 and 2 missing,
Yes.
and no numbers. Page, no line numbers. So that leaves us with how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There's 6.
Okay,
There's
32, 34, 48. Did we do 55 already?
We did 55.
Okay,
56,
56.
57, 59.
Okay, that, we can, you think we can do that in an hour?
Uh,
5, 6.
I gotta leave at 12.
Me too, that's why I said,
Yeah.
can this, can we
Yeah.
stop?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, and we can do this Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I've already called the meeting for
We'll do it.
Friday.
And, I like to, have the Alderwoman considered as my proxy. if she-
Okay, so I gotta leave too, so I was supposed to be out of here in an hour.
And 9:15 or 9?
We said 9, we three can make 9.
Okay.
Madam Chair, may I ask something?
Sure.
So online, the board bill for Board Bill 58 has section 1 and section 2. I wonder if it was just a printing mistake? And then as far as the numbering, is that something that we could fix and send like you've been
Yes,
doing?
yes.
Um,
And then as long as that's to us by Friday, we can go ahead and pass it out on Friday.
Yeah, and just so you guys can see, so the section 1 and section 2 for Board Bill 58 is on here.
So
Yeah, it is.
So I have a
It is
question.
full sections
Yes,
on
when you
here
send
that are
something
not
over here, where does it go to?
Well, this would be the first time that I've sent something over here for a board bill specifically. I would send it to the clerk and I guess to the chair of the committee. If it
And
was
so what you
for-
sent had this?
This is the board bill that's on the city website. So this
Okay,
is
but I'm
what-
saying, did you sent what was on the city's website? That's what you sent over here.
That would have been John Kohler and Christine Engrossment.
So you need to maybe check with John because I think we print out
Because
whatever's sent to us, right?
Because
So
looking
somebody-
what's
right.
there versus what's printed here, it looks like the whole top sections were just deleted.
Oh, yeah, you start on 21st century?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it looks like you're missing the front page.
Oh,
Page
yes, but even so, right. But we're missing the front page, but we're missing, who does the numbering of the lines? Is that us?
It
The
normally.
numbering was missing.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was a mistake.
Okay,
on our
but
part.
we're already called for 9
Okay.
o'clock Friday.
Oh, okay. All right,
Okay,
sure.
we're at as you can see, it get to a diminishing returns after a while.
Sure.
We had a lot of board bills and we moved a lot of them, okay?
Sure.
So this morning before I came down here, I called another meeting,
Okay.
okay?
So I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn,
Second.
objections, none?
Objections.
Aye, aye.
See you Friday.
Okay.